Hey everybody, Epic Magster here. Finally getting around to my next Magster, which is pretty much all about me. I have a list of questions that I've gotten from you guys and a couple others as well. So essentially how the Ask Magsters will work going forward is I give you guys a topic, you guys give me the questions, and I'll give you guys the answers. This video will be all about me, random facts about me, anything that you guys thought of. I have Rob with me again, asking me questions. Unlike the previous videos, he was with my discussion WWE videos, so he's off on the side. And he'll be asking me questions just like last time, right?
Hello.
Okay, awesome. So let's get around to the questions, and yeah.
What made you start your videos and your YouTube channel?
Essentially, I started my YouTube account by not actually making videos. I essentially used my YouTube to generate music playlists, especially when I pretty much didn't have anything to hold my music on, like MP3s didn't exist around my times, everything was all CDs. So essentially I had a YouTube channel just to make custom playlists of music, and I would just listen to it over and over again. Once I got with video recording, like small cameras, I would just randomly do vlogs wherever I went. They would just be random videos wherever I went. I love to travel, so that always took a play. I also got an iPod as well. First iPod Touch, I use that more for my vlogs as well. I started to get a little bit more self-conscious, as I said beforehand, so I stopped, but now here I am making videos again. As for channel goals, I really don't have a goal in mind. It's just more of making videos out of my spare time, whatever floats into my mind, whatever I feel like making. Like I've done creative videos with discussions, Ask Magsters. I do have a couple more projects in mind, but I'm just making videos just to make videos. I'm not looking for a goal or anything.
I completely missed the reading off the goal. I did not.
I answered that question anyway. It wasn't even asked.
Do you want me to do it and just cut it and edit it?
I don't care.
I'll re-ask you the question.
I don't care.
Alright, so I'll re-ask you the question and then you'll just...
You don't have to ask me the question. I answer the goal, so.
Just ask us, you want me to redo it?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, listen to me. Are you a dog or cat person or any other particular animals that you like?
If it was between a dog and a cat, I would honestly choose both. I do love cats and dogs and all animals.
No, you're not allowed to choose both. This is the question, one or the other.
Well, I would choose both if I had the option. If I had to choose one, I would probably be a cat person. Cats are just kind of easy to take care of themselves. The only problem is they love to get into everything, but then dogs are the same way too. But dogs you always have to take out and take care of, where cats can just kind of lick their own butt and do whatever. They're just so cuddly and cute, and they scratch everything, and you only want to give them love, but then sometimes that love is too much and they just want to claw your face off. But I love cats. Can I go get Raven? Yeah, I'm gonna go get Raven. I found a cat. This is Raven. She's 3, and she's a lovable cat. She might not show it. She looks like she wants to escape from me, but she's cute. Bye, Raven. Thank you for being in my video. I hope you get me a bunch of likes. But yeah, long story short, I love cats. So I would be a cat person. And I would probably have at least maybe 2 cats if I ever got it on my own.
No other animals?
I've had rabbits before. Had a turtle one time when I was younger. Ultimately, I would go with cats. And that was Raven, and she is adorable.
What was your first video game?
Going back to Christmas, when I was probably 4 or 5, the only game that I recall ever opening would be the original Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. And I think I played that game so many times until my Game Boy actually broke. I actually had one of the big brick Game Boys before I got like I think it was the Pocket that came out afterwards. But Kirby's Dream Land, the original, was probably one of the first few video games that I remember owning.
What are the places you wanted to visit but never had?
I've traveled a lot when I was in high school. I was a student ambassador. I've been to Europe. I've been to Australia. I've been to New Zealand, but one place I've ultimately want to go to and still kind of want to go to, even though I'll be totally lost, would be Japan. I just want to go visit their Pokemon centers and possibly buy all the Pokemon plushies that I could ever have, and further clutter my room with cute, adorable plushies, because Japan gets awesome stuff. Love to go to Japan one day in my life. I'm going to consider that a bucket list.
What do you do in your spare time?
Besides making YouTube videos, and with the exception of work, I typically ultimately just play video games. I'm always on Xbox. Usually I'll just watch reality TV, Xbox, video games, YouTube videos, hanging out with friends. But on the top of that would be, yeah, hanging out with my boyfriend, obviously. And, yeah, Mainly video games, because it's just something that I do. It's easy, so.
What is something that you were surprised that you liked?
If anything, in terms of video games, which would probably be one ultimate thing, would probably be Mass Effect. But going beyond that, I think getting involved in so many fandoms that I really didn't expect to get involved in. Being so heavy set into not only video games, anime, manga, and like being so involved into multiple fandoms. Certain video games and movies I tend to be very hard-headed on with not wanting to play or view because I just think they're kind of dumb. As you can see, I am a huge Mass Effect fan, judging from the videos that I've made beforehand. Mass Effect was probably one of the big ones because I went from not wanting to be involved in the game to let me try playing it to, oh my god, I love all these characters. Mass Effect's probably one of them. Can't really think of anything else that I'm surprised I would really liked or got into.
No food or anything like that?
I'm not a picky eater. When I was little, I was. I like refused to try steak until I tried steak and I'm like, oh my god, this is delicious.
What was your first pet?
It was either a rabbit or a turtle. Where I lived at, there was plenty of wild rabbits running around, so we decided to get one and keep it as a pet. Why that was such a good idea looking back on it, I don't know. We randomly found a turtle one day and we kept it for a while. I don't remember what happened to the turtle, to be honest. I think one of the rabbits that we had wild, we actually kept for a really long time. She was actually one of the moms of the rabbits that we had. But I want to say our first pet was probably a turtle. We randomly picked up in our yard and kept it.
Interesting. I wonder if it's an ashtray now.
I don't know.
What was the scariest movie to you as a child?
As a child, I didn't watch too many scary movies. I know my dad would always tease my brother and I about Chucky when we were little, who wants to be friends with a killer doll, but not so much of a child, but more of probably like a preteen. One movie that I was like deathly terrified was The Ring. I remember watching that for the first time on DVD and I was like really scared, and then my dad decided to play a prank on me by calling the phone right after the movie ended. I think it was after we watched the deleted scene. So after the movie ended, he had the phone ring. And I was like, oh gosh, this is real now. Another set of movies that I actually was terrified of at first was the Saw franchise. I remember when they like released a trailer of it, I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. And I saw it with my brother in theaters. I literally had to look away from the screen because I was so terrified of actually watching the Saw movies. And then when I watched it again, I'm like, okay, that wasn't all that bad. And then I went from watching the rest of them where by the fourth one, I was just like, the plot's pretty much the same. And then with the last three, I was just like, okay, yeah. Saw has like 7 movies. I think the last movie being in 3D. And I like watched them all and I'm like, wasn't so bad. But as of like scary movies now, I'm not so terrified of. I just love watching scary movies.
Still need to play Resident Evil 7.
Maybe. Probably just for the achievements because I watched Markiplier play it. So I would probably play Resident Evil 7 for the achievements.
And I still want to make you play The Suffering.
We'll see. We'll see.
Celebrities what celebrity would you like to meet?
I probably shouldn't have had that question on there because there's so many celebrities I would love to meet.
Meet, hang out with, just spend a day with, essentially.
Well, seeing that we just saw Guardians over the weekend, I would like to go hang out with Chris Pratt. I think he's a really fun guy. Plus, he's Chris Pratt, so. Can I just hang out with the whole cast of Guardians of the Galaxy? Seriously?
So even the guy that's in the morph suit for Rocket and for Groot for the previous
Well, not the more, Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel. I would want to meet them. Actually, if there was another person who I want to meet, I would love to hang out with The Rock.
I'd be surprised if you didn't.
Now that I'm saying that now, I kind of want to go back on my decisions and I say I want to meet The Rock. I want to hang out with The Rock. The Rock. That is actually my answer. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy cast, but The Rock.
What celebrity would you want to punch?
Any of the Kardashians. I just feel like they're so full of it. I mean, hey, they have reality TV, but like seeing commercials for their show, it looks like they're just a bunch of rich, whining people who don't do anything. Well, they do. I don't know. That's gonna make me mad now. I just feel that just the Kardashians. I don't know why people just love them so much. I'm just like, they're probably one of the most annoying people on the face of the earth. Even though there's a couple more celebrities I can think of, but I can't think of them right now.
Future video, top 10 list of celebrities Maggie would like to punch. What got you into video games?
I honestly don't know. I've heard like random stories when like Toys R Us had I think they still have them now, I don't know, where they just have like the big consoles you just go up and like just play the games on.
Yes, they do still have demo kiosks.
Well, I think it was like one of the much older demo kiosks. Whenever we were out, my mom would just kind of like push the cart while I was in it, and I would just like play the video games on it. Apparently, ever heard that story? I honestly don't know what got me into video games. I just maybe got something for Christmas, and they're like, here you go. And it's kept me occupied as a kid, and even now, I'm an avid gamer. So I guess it's something that was given to me as a gift, and I just went with it. So I honestly don't know the true reason of how I got into video games.
What's your favorite band?
Out of all the bands that I listen to, my music history has changed drastically over the past few years. As a kid, I went from listening to a bunch of the Now CDs because it was all various genres, and then I went to listening more pop stuff and everything, and then once I got into a relationship, I've gotten introduced to a lot of the rock and metal stuff like Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch, Hollywood Undead. I guess Metallica will soon be part of that because I'm hearing some of their music on Sirius XM, and I'm like, oh, they're actually not that bad. But if I had to choose one of them, I would probably go with Avenged Sevenfold. They're pretty easy to listen to. I like them a lot. I have all their albums except for one. And I would love to go to one of their concerts one day. I would go with Avenged Sevenfold.
What's your best vacation spot?
So I'm not one to go on vacation a lot, even though I do travel to California a lot because I have family out there. So I guess that's considered a vacation spot if I choose to go to one of the beaches or one of the fun amusement parks that's out there like Universal or Disney. Actually, I've never been to California or Disney. I went to Magic Mountain, which was Six Flags, which was actually pretty fun. But I guess California, because the weather is just nice over there whenever we go. I mean, it's pretty hot, but there's no humidity. It's not like I have a go-to vacation spot. If we travel out to California, that's, I guess, kind of the best of it. Santa Monica up here is actually a nice place to go to. So I guess California.
So you have a real best vacation spot. Is there one you'd like to go to?
I don't know. There's just so many. I love traveling, and there's just so many places I would love to go to. I don't know. That's really tough. Choosing a vacation spot to go to. If anything, will probably maybe Florida, because Florida's nice. Orlando, Miami.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, Florida has all the crazy people.
Hey, we know someone down in Florida that's crazy. So.
Sam, if you're watching this video, hi. I feel like somewhere with a beach is nice, but I feel like just too many tourists. There's just so many good places that you would like to vacation to, just has way too many tourists and everything. So I honestly don't know what that answer is. Maybe I'll find something in the future that'll be fun to go to. Do anime conventions count?
Not technically.
They're only 3 days. They don't count.
Oh, would you prefer a hot or a cold spot to go to for a vacation? Like mountains and ski resorts, or like beaches and...
Probably beaches. Mountains are too cold. Was that it? Oh my gosh, that was it. That was really quick. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that ended so quickly. I didn't get too many questions for this one, so I figured it would be a short video. So that was my Ask Magster, getting to know me. Thank you guys for the questions. Sorry if I didn't get to every single question. This actually video was much shorter than I expected, but I didn't get too many questions in the first place. What?
We have more.
I know you have more, but I don't feel like making this like a 20-minute video of me asking random questions and not knowing what to say. Until next time, I have a couple more videos in mind coming up this week. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. If you have any random questions or any certain topics that you would like me to discuss, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to also like the Facebook page for my YouTube. I will be spamming that a lot. And you can follow me on social media on Instagram or Twitter. And until next time, peace.